Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On General Hospital, Sunny and Lucky didn't have a good week. As Sunny prepared to go to prison to keep Alexis from being prosecuted for the murder he committed, Lucky received the news that he was powerless to help his sister. The most important query is if Dante will betray his badge in order to save his father. Ironically, Cates came back to Port Charles with the intention of eliminating Sunny for good, and it appears that he could have been successful. To obtain what he desired, Sunny had to murder him. I hope he's content in the hereafter. Amazingly, a gun that matched the one Alexis had been spotted getting rid of materialized in a brown box outside the PCPD as Sunny prepared to confess in order to save Alexis. Naturally, Sunny and Jason were talking about how this lost gun needed to turn up in order to save Alexis the day before. So, fabricated proof? The serial numbers matched Sunny's missing gun, which might clear Alexis, Anna said on Friday's episode. Obviously, those statistics were manipulated with. Apart from the shocking revelation that Sunny intended to confess, what? Accept accountability for one of his numerous transgressions? Diane also instructed Jason to get Sunny to give himself in by betraying him. Diane is aggressively opposing Sunny. Who would have guessed that this day would come? Naturally, Sunny was already going to confess, but their talk gave Jason one of his best experiences in a long time. Stone Cold bemoaned the fact that Sunny and Carly's fate is more important than his own, and that he should have killed Cates when he had the chance. Diane corrected him, telling him that his life is just as valuable as anyone else's and that his sons wouldn't want to hear their father say that. Diane, you tell him, please. It has been annoying and, to be honest, repulsive that Jason prioritizes Carly and Sunny over Sam, himself, and his own kids. The most shocking moment, however, may have occurred on Friday's episode when Dante contemplated compromising his morals, his badge, and his police work to advise Sunny against confessing because the PCPD possessed information that may clear Alexis, which they were withholding in the hopes that he would come forward. Whoa! So, Dante is another person who is assisting Sunny in getting away with murder once more. I never imagined that today would come. Hopefully, Dante decides against it. We are not going to know until Monday. Still, a perplexing question. Why would Sunny have to confess if he and Jason had set up the gun's appearance at the PCPD? Did someone else provide the fake firearm? Who, if so? Or is Sunny leading everyone to believe that he is going to admit to doing some kind of ruse? Since coming back to Port Charles, Lucky's tale has gotten a little better, but his behavior has been appalling. He hasn't exactly proved that he has learned anything or grown, from destroying Bobby's diner to pleading with Jason for assistance in getting back to Africa. Not yet, anyhow. I predicted last week that Lucky wouldn't be able to return Valentine and Charlotte by giving Lulu a portion of his liver. Olivia turning to Nina to tell people about Lulu means that Valentine will eventually hear about it, right? Given that Ethan was also identified as not being a match, Charlotte is the last blood relative who could assist Lulu. The reunion between Aiden and Lucky was finally shown to us, and I'm relieved that Aiden's story hasn't been changed. His coming out to his father and Lucky's acceptance of him as his son were heartwarming and perfectly executed. This added to Lucky's frustration when he felt like running away again. But he's not going to run away once he's reunited with Laura. Laura practically forced him to stand by her side in the event that they had to bid Lulu farewell. It was great to see them again, and I appreciated her comment that she always knew he would need to leave Port Charles in order to prosper, but that he would come back when needed most. Seeing Lucky's flashbacks has also been a lot of fun. Thus, Jason and Anna's kiss will remain in Africa for the time being. Vegas, where do they think they kissed? Is a kiss for New Year's Eve in order for them? The news of Steven Weber's comeback broke this week. Liz's comment that he was finally out of prison hinted at this. But considering that Scott Reeves and his wife Melissa reside in Nashville and that he has been concentrating more on his music in recent years, I'm shocked that he is taking on the job again. That's the reason it's just a passing appearance. Violet, poor Violet, was suspended from school for hitting the school bully. Violet, congratulations. An uncommon experience for most adults in Port Charles. You have had to face the repercussions of your choices. It was hilarious when Tracy and Violet had a conversation on how to confront bullies, in French, no less. With several of the newer stars, Jane Elliott has recently worked her magic on screen. When Lucas and his Aunt Ava did eventually get back together, despite their rough beginnings, they appeared to have decided to try not to be as aloof as they had been since Julian's passing and Lucas's departure from Port Charles. I'm happy that Ava will now have additional family in the area. Additionally, I'm becoming quite fond of Van Hansen's interpretation of Lucas. Can we all do a joyful dance now that Brad exposed Portia's attempt to blame him for manipulating Heather's test results? Oh, I am so excited for their next chat. Brad will no longer hear Portia lecture him about honesty, morality, or integrity. Now that we've had 2 weeks without Drew, we should finally see Ned confront him about the kiss with Willow the following week when he returns. Hey Drew, Ned definitely has a suggestion for you regarding ELQ's CEO. That concludes my reflections, assessments, and forecasts for this week. Participate and add yours in the space provided below. Laura Wright of General Hospital honored her longtime partner Wes Ramsey's birthday last weekend. The ABC soap veteran also posted a very special message for her handsome fella on Sunday. She frequently refers to her partner as her handsome fella in her posts. "Oh, I'm so happy you were born," Wright said. "Life is a wonderful journey with you in it. Love you baby," Ramsey said in response to the greeting. Happy birthday baby. I'm grateful for yet another fantastic day in the greatest game of life. In addition to the lovely message, the actress provided 2 stunning pictures. The first features the birthday kid, who is positioned on a bench and has his arms outstretched to showcase the amazing surroundings. In the second, the pair was posing for pictures next to the river's side, amidst snow-capped mountains. Finola Hughes, Ramsey's previous co-star, also wished him a happy birthday in the comments section, and some viewers even expressed the wish that he could bring Peter back to Port Charles. He said, "Today has been another beautiful day filled with love, laughter, gratitude, and fun. You have a happy birthday, my love. I appreciate everything that you have done. I love that we get to share it all with you, Kimba, and I love you too." We also wish Ramsey a happy birthday and hope to meet him again during the day. Because empathy can soften comprehension, and once that happens, forgiveness might also occur. Naturally, Lucas's forgiveness of Brad is one thing, but if they resume their romance, the rest of his family, especially Carly and Michael, might have different opinions. Today on General Hospital, Ava finds out Lucas is back in town, Christina discovers her father intends to confess to Kate's murder in order to save Alexis, and Anna tries to persuade Carly to retract her statement. At Pentonville, Martin meets with Alexis and informs her that he had his PI conduct further research after discovering that the picture of Carly and Brennan was left with Anna's assistant. He claims his PI obtained Brennan's room service invoice and documentation of his dining and winning with Carly. Alexis still believes that there is enough evidence to question Carly and Sonny's alibi, and that Sonny's confession is the only thing that will allow her to go. Though Martin is skeptical, Alexis worries that Christina could be charged with impeding justice if Sonny steps up to save her. Bringing a thick file that proves Alexis is innocent, Anna shows up at Robert's workplace. She informs him that Sonny's lost gun's serial number matches the gun they received. She claims that ballistics cannot determine if Kate's was killed by the weapon or not. They both understand that Sonny is the one who is at fault because he wouldn't have used one of his own firearms for the task. About this fresh proof, Anna wants to give Martin a call. Robert advises her to wait a bit. Dex checks in with Dante at the PCPD. He apologizes for not knowing about Lucky, but he says he will be tested after work. It surprises him that Dante is even working. Dante announces that he is wrapping up some tasks in order to take a break. When Dante questions Dex about the bomb threat, he responds that, as it turned out, it was only a gun that was dropped off, the hypothesis being that it was the gun that Alexis got rid of. He claims Alexis can be cleared by the ballistics report. When Christina visits Sonny, she discovers Michael seated on the couch. Michael, she guesses, told her father that she visited Anna. Saying that's not the point of this, Sonny claims he's going to confess to killing Jagger in order to save Alexis. Exasperated, Christina tells the police that she and her mother would suffer more because they will believe he is protecting her. Sonny claims that there is no other way to save Alexis and that he alone will bear the consequences of Jagger's passing. Carly and Lucas discuss Lulu at the hospital. Lucas discloses that Ethan took the test but came out negative. Abruptly, Ava arrives, astonished to see Lucas, and inquires as to why they are visiting. Lucas has accepted a position as a trauma surgeon at the hospital, Carly reveals, and he is finally back home. Although Lucas claims that they have always been close, Ava wishes he had told her. Ava says he can't wait to meet Avery and that they are still family. Lucas claims he gets pictures of Carly every day. Spencers place a high value on family, as Carly observes. According to Ava, Lucas is still Julian's son. Carly doesn't take long to bring out that Lulu's condition is due to Julian. Carly leaves them as Lucas requests a moment by himself with his Aunt Ava. Lucas queries why his aunt revealed Christina's girlfriend to him. Ava concurs with him when he believes that no one should be exposed. She clarifies that by calling out Sonny's friend Natalia for being a racist, her main goal was to obtain custody of Avery. Lucas believes she's self-centered and thinks only of herself, much like Julian. Sonny, according to Ava, would have treated her in the same way. As for Julian, he loved Lucas and is aware of it despite having many flaws. Lucas claims that although he and Julian were close on a few occasions, Lucas always let him down. According to Ava, Julian never truly believed he deserved him as a son. Lucas claims that although not all of his recollections of Julian were negative, he was his biggest enemy. Since no one has recently spoken kindness toward her brother, Ava invites him to share one. Lucas recalls how thrilled he was for his father to marry Alexis and believed he would be able to spend a happy life with her. Perhaps if he had married someone else, he could have been happy, groans Ava. She attributes Julian's horrible actions to Alexis. Nice talk, got to go, remarks Lucas. He should not be judged only on their worst transgression, Ava assures him, adding that Julian loved him. Lucas says he was once adored by him and he knows. Even though they're not close, Ava claims to love him too. He says he'll give it some thought. Ava is against him discarding his father's side of the family. He claims that neither Avery nor her mother could be thrown away. Ava gives a smile. While speaking with Liz, Cody mentions that he went to be tested in an effort to assist Lulu. Realist Dante is probably preparing himself in case Lulu doesn't make it, which is why Cody worries about him. Afterwards, during their conversation, Portia asks Liz if she's experienced any problems since Brad returned. Liz acknowledges he knows what he's doing and that his job has been flawless. As Cody is being evaluated in an examination room, he converses with Brad and they make up. Cody is aware that Britt would be delighted to have him back, and Brad acknowledges that he entered the building using her name. According to Cody, it seems like things are improving for him. With a somewhat, Brad states that his ex-husband has returned. As Brad and Cody head out into the hallway, Brad mentions the rumors around the hospital that Cody is Mac's son. Cody attests to that. Despite his near failure, Cody claims that everything worked out with Mac. Brad believes that Lucas could forgive him if Mac could pardon Cody. He thanks Cody and gives him a hug. When Portia walks in, she asks Brad whether he thinks this is appropriate behavior for a professional. She chastises him for wearing that lab coat, which he is currently on probation for, and for representing the hospital. After apologizing, Brad promises to prove he is worthy of this position. She tells him it's unnecessary, but he offers to put in more hours because the lab has been busy. Liz finds out that they have been subpoenaed in a Heather Weber case, in the meantime, from the hospital council. Afterwards, Liz informs Brad over the phone about Heather's inaccurate results. She makes him look into them to see how the mistake was caused. Brad replies he will get right on it, startled that she is asking him to do this. Portia asks Liz about the subpoena later on. Liz informs her that only General Hospital's results were incorrect based on Rick's several cobalt tests about Heather, and Rick is determined to show that their lab made the mistake. It was an error, as mistakes sometimes occur, according to Portia. Liz states that such a major error might potentially impact not only Heather's case but also raise doubts about the outcomes of previous tests they conducted and cited as proof. Liz informs Portia that it will be taken care of. While going over the results in the lab, Brad makes a discovery. "Oh, Dr. Robinson," he chuckles. "What have you been doing lately?" After escorting Christina to the hospital for her treatment session, Michael promises to return later to see how she's doing. Christina messages Dante to find out his whereabouts after Michael departs from her. Upon receiving the message, Dante announces that he is going to General Hospital while he is still at work. Christina replies that she has already arrived. Dex informs Dante back at the station that he spoke with Anna and that she wants to keep the ballistics of the gun private. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.